It's the 25th of September and I'm Tom Glass and welcome to The Roast. Tonight, Emma Watson is threatened with the release of nude photos after her UN speech on feminism. You know what? That's all just part of speaking at the UN. We all remember Ban Ki-moon's leaked nudes. That never happened. And who the hell's this guy on my phone's wallpaper? Sure?
Tom, that's just a naked picture of you.
Made you look. Tonight, calls for gender equality at the UN. But first, here is Mark Humphries with the headlines. Do you want a copy?
Kevin Rudd, the former Prime Minister who's currently plotting a leadership coup of the Carina Heights Bowls Club, has responded to the release of Julia Gillard's memoir. So if you're still wondering if this guy ever shuts up, the answer is no. The book details Gillard's version of the 2010 ousting of Kevin Rudd, and Rudd released this statement through his spokesperson yesterday.
Mr. Rudd has no substantive comment to make on Miss Gillard's latest contribution to Australian fiction.
Good to see he's moving on with his life. You can read more of Mr. Rudd's opinions on the book cover. As for Mr. Rudd's latest contribution to Australian fiction, Jasper and Abby and the Great Australia Day Kerfuffle is still available from all bad bookstores. A new survey shows it's more expensive to be single, but can you put a price on freedom or that feeling when you crawl into bed alone at night and make love to your pillow? Yes, it's $335 extra a week. In good news for singles though, you can have that whole cake to yourself. Worryingly, the cost of single living isn't just affecting young people.
We are ageing and a lot of the singles in the future will be in their 60s and 70s.
Older singles looking for love, that's a show I'd like to see.
The Bachelor Seniors Edition, weekdays before bedtime at 4:30 p.m.
Rod Stewart, the singer who asks if you think he's sexy even though he knows you do, has been sued by a fan who claims his nose was broken at a concert when Stewart kicked a football into the crowd. That's what you get for sitting in the nose break section. The man claims he's lost his sense of smell, meaning if true, the last thing he ever smelt was a football coming off Rod Stewart's foot. Stewart is understood to be working on a new album, old songs but with a raspy voice. And finally, billionaire businessman Richard Branson, seen here eating a gazelle, is set to allow his personal staff to take as many holidays as they want, whenever they want. Meanwhile, your shitty boss wants that report on his desk by Friday. But Branson's unlimited holidays idea does have one condition.
Staff should only take their holidays when they feel 100% comfortable that they and their team are up to date on every project and that their absence will not in any way damage the business or, for that matter, their careers.
Translation: Richard Branson's staff won't get any holidays. For The Roast, I'm Mark Humphries.
Thank you, Mark. Well, next up tonight, feminism. You know, the death cult that wants to steal the rights and souls away from all men has received some publicity lately from an unexpected place.
Harry Potter.
No, to the left.
Ron Weasley.
Left again.
Dobby.
Up.
Hermione.
Actor Emma Watson appeared at the United Nations last weekend to deliver what was either an impassioned speech on gender equality or someone at the UN had a very specific request for the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
You might be thinking, who is this Harry Potter girl? And what is she doing speaking at the UN?
And if you are thinking that, you really need better advisors. I mean, you work at the UN, you should know what's on the itinerary for the day. But with introductions out of the way, the message in Watson's speech was a powerful one.
We want to end gender inequality. And to do this, we need everyone involved. Men and women should feel free to be sensitive. Both men and women should feel free to be strong. It is time that we all perceive gender on a spectrum instead of two sets of opposing ideals. I started questioning gender-based assumptions a long time ago. When at 14, I started to be sexualized by certain elements of the media.
Thankfully, 10 years on, the media now appreciates Watson for saying smart and sophisticated things, not for how she looks.
She means business. Emma Watson is smart and sophisticated in belted white coat dress.
Yeah, because if she was wearing pants and a hoodie, no one would take her seriously. And yes, they poured over her formal yet stunning ensemble and elegant oatmeal dress, but they got to the part where she spoke eloquently about feminism for 15 minutes. So we'll just scroll down. Just got to get past Leo and this exclusive report of when it comes to breasts, three's a crowd. Nothing. No, at no stage did they report on the words that Emma Watson was saying. Well, I suppose if anything was going to prove the need for a conversation about feminism, it's the very existence of the Daily Mail. At least the UK's Daily Telegraph put it on the front page, but they subbed in a different picture of Watson in a mini dress, because everyone knows you can't set the blueprint for feminism unless you're flashing some cheeky knee. Watson was launching the UN's He for She campaign that asks men to play a more active role in the campaign for gender equality.
How can we affect change in the world when only half of it is invited or feel welcome to participate in the conversation? Men, I would like to take this opportunity to extend your formal invitation.
Okay, yeah, I did have some misogyny scheduled in for them, but you know what? Cancel it. Count me in, Emma. And here is hoping that men everywhere also accept your invitation.
Tom, breaking news in response to the speech. Anonymous message board 4chan are threatening to leak naked photos of celebrated feminist Emma Watson.
I mean, that is awful, Nick, and here's hoping it doesn't, you know, distract from the message that she was
I'm
trying
just getting word that yes, I'll tell him. Shut up, Tom. This is now the story. We'll be right back.
Have you ever called for men to take a more active role in women's rights only for a male-created website to completely hijack your message? Was that frustrating, or did that perfectly illustrate the point you were trying to make? We'd love to hear about it at The Roast TV or hashtag #HeForShe.
Where the hell did Nick go? Look, despite the drawbacks of this 4chan scandal, the He for She campaign has actually been doing pretty well. At the time of this recording, it has already garnered over 63,000 followers on Twitter, more than 132,000 likes on Facebook, and signing up on their website to stand up for gender equality in excess of 125,000 men. Which is a lot of men. Until you remember there are around 3.5 billion men on the planet. So where are the men signing up from? Well, luckily the He for She website has a handy tool for finding out. Okay, so around 6,500 from Australia. That is definitely more than from Chad, where there is one guy, who I'm assuming is named Chad. So good for you, Chad.
Breaking news, Tom. It turns out the whole website was a hoax.
Wait, what? He for She was a hoax? That's going to be 125,000 disappointed fellas.
No, Tom. EmmaYouAreNext.com was a hoax and was created by a group called Rantic, not 4chan.
Rantic? I'm not familiar with their work.
No one is, Tom. Like many assholes, they claim to be a viral marketing company. They also claim to have made the website to get 4chan shut down after the recent nude celebrity photo leaks.
Hang on, they threatened to leak nude celebrity photos to fight against people who leak nude celebrity photos? Does that make sense?
No, Tom, it doesn't. It's like shooting someone in the face to raise awareness that people shouldn't get shot in the face.
And if anything, all they've really done is steal the limelight away from Emma Watson and her worthy cause. So let's get back to that original...
That's right, Tom. Asshole website, guys, is now the story. And I've just received word that a spokesman from Rantic is appearing before the United Nations to speak about their cause.
I am reaching out to you because I need your help. We at Rantic, definitely a legitimate marketing company, want to shut down the 4chan message board after their release of celebrity nude photos earlier this month. And if that comes with a bit of fame or notoriety, then we'll take it. We have a uniting movement to exploit Emma Watson's speech for our own interests. I mean to say, we were hired by celebrity publicists. Remember, we're totally a legitimate marketing company, even though there's no evidence online to support it. The website is called EmmaYouAreNext.com.
Powerful words.
Were they?
And I'm hearing now that 4chan is promising to launch an attack against the creators of Rantic.
So what? What can 4chan do? They're a bunch of nerds.
Tom, 4chan is where internet vigilante group Anonymous was born.
Oh, I humbly apologise and I beg for forgiveness. Oh, faceless ones.
And according to threads on 4chan, they have already uncovered the Rantic founder's home address, Skype name, social security number, and the pet shop where his father works. 4chan to destroy a man's life. This is now the story. A representative of 4chan is appearing before the United Nations to speak about their cause.
I am here to tell you we don't need your help because we're more powerful than you could possibly imagine. But understand, while we did release a whole bunch of stolen photos of nude celebrities a few weeks ago, We definitely didn't threaten to do it on this specific occasion. If 4chan is destroyed, it will be destroyed because of what we do, not because of what we are framed for. That is why we are going to launch a very personal attack against the creator of Rantic, for real this time, and show you all that we aren't the demons Rantic have made us out to be. In closing,
we are Legion.
Thank you.
Well, no, he's gone. When positive calls to action like Emma Watson's are hijacked by so-called marketing companies for their own interests, and then that becomes the story that our gullible, scandal-thirsty media reports on, really, it can mean only one thing.
Breaking news, Tom. It looks like there is a long road ahead before we reach gender equality.
Yeah.
This is now the story. Yeah.